You know, one thing you could say for these cold patterns, they're typically very quiet, and that is the case right now. Very quiet locally, very quiet regionally. A little bit of cloud cover up toward Illinois and along the Mississippi River. Also a few clouds coming in across Nebraska. That's it, really, in our region. This after the active weather of this past weekend where the rain just didn't want to shut off. Looking at a very quiet, dry weather pattern into this upcoming weekend, and in the short term, we need to get this area high pressure on the other side of us, because once that happens, a warming trend can commence. It's not going to happen tonight, though. That area high pressure is going to continue to build in from the northwest. Winds, which have been very gusty throughout the day, are already dying down, and they're going to get even lighter as we move towards sunrise, as this surface high gets positioned overhead, and that's going to allow temperatures to bottom out. Now, by the end of the day, that high is going to be off to our southeast, so winds become more south to southwest. Now we're going to start seeing temperatures climbing across the area. This after a record-setting morning, though. Looks like a low of 19 in Springfield. And you know, I'm showing you all the different cities across the area. You get away from these cities, you get into those typically colder spots, and yeah, it's going to be colder in those locations, especially on a night like tonight when you've got calm conditions and you've got clear skies. I would guess that we're probably going to have some locations getting maybe at least into the mid-teens, if not low to mid-teens, in those typically colder spots. This morning, case in point, 16 degrees was the morning low in Lenox, Missouri, in western Dent County. Getting back to those records, we're going to be setting record lows, I think, in Springfield and Joplin, also in the Raleigh-Vichy area. And it's going to be a close call in West Plains and Harrison. Now, in the afternoon, temperatures will be climbing as we find those south to southwest winds blowing, plus that sunshine. It looks like afternoon highs near 50 west of Highway 65 and in the upper 40s to the east of Highway 65. We're back down below freezing tomorrow night, but not to the depths that we've been experiencing. It looks like lows in the upper 20s east and southeast to low to mid 30s to the west and northwest, about 30 for a low in Springfield. And we're up near 60 for a high Thursday afternoon with a lot of sunshine. And then as we close out this work week, it looks like we're looking at highs in the mid 60s. That's right on target for this time of the year. But we're going to keep this warming trend going into this upcoming weekend, because the jet stream is going to look like this by this weekend. Right now, the flow is being directed out of Canada. That's why we have that pipeline of cold kind of just pumping that cold air right in the middle of the country. Well, by the weekend, we've got a more zonal or west to east flow across the nation. The cold air gets shut out, and we have mild air flooding the lower 48. Looking ahead to next week, we will find the next little dip in the jet stream pattern moving through the area. That will bring a cold front through on Monday. That's going to be our next chance at showers, possibly some thunderstorms. It will be warm ahead of that cold front, or at least a lot warmer than it's been. And then it'll be cooling off again in the wake of that cold front by Tuesday of next week. Let me show you this little roller coaster ride. 49 tomorrow. Mid-60s on Friday, not bad. Better on Saturday, up near 70, and looks like low 70s on Sunday. Monday, that chance for showers and thunderstorms with a high of 68. And then we're back down to 57 for a high on Tuesday. And I think we're probably going to be looking at another wave of cold moving into the area later next week that could come with some freezing morning lows. Let's talk about this weekend, too. Daylight savings comes to an end this Sunday morning, so we'll be turning the clocks back from 2 a.m. to 1 a.m. I'm sure everybody will be up at 2 a.m. to do that. You don't wait till the next morning, right? We'll also be testing those smoke alarms, making sure they have fresh batteries. Here's the bad news. With this fallback, yeah, you get an extra hour of sleep. That's a plus. But we're also going to find those sunsets coming an hour early. 5:11 will be the sunset Sunday evening.
It's always painful, but I mean, as the winter progresses, we get a minute here, a minute there. We gain it back eventually, but yeah, the first week or so, it's an adjustment.
It is definitely an adjustment.
You're being very optimistic. I'm just going to pout while we send things over to sports.